Leisure Activity Project Video Games by Nia L. Moore. In the past, video games did not feature many female characters, nor did they feature many games that were specifically for girls. According to the Toronto Star, there was an underrepresentation of females in the gaming industry, as well as an underrepresentation of female lead characters. Boys had characters like Mario and Sonic, while girls had no one they could connect with on screen. Violence is another reason or explanation as to why gamers have been predominantly male. The Toronto Star goes on to say that many educators and players themselves suggest females are turned off by the violence that turns through many games, violence that sometimes features women as victims. If you constantly see someone that resembles yourself being victimized, then that individual will most likely gravitate towards something else, although this is not always the case, because some females will still participate in playing these violent-driven games, without question. Children within America are often socialized from the very beginning. People within society immediately associate colors based upon the gender of an infant. This is also the case regarding the type of toys children will eventually entertain themselves with. Setting video games aside, young boys and girls play differently. Boys favor games that have clear winners and losers, while girls favor more social activities. In the past, girls did not participate in the leisure activity of gaming as much as they do today. According to Beyond Barbie and Mortal Kombat, about 38% of video game players and 42% of online game players are female. About 70% of casual gamers are women. Women are definitely a major subgroup, and they should not be labeled or considered an anomaly. People argue that children who are preoccupied with M for mature video games tend to become more violent in life. There have been numerous attempts to make rated M games available to purchase or rent only if the individual is 18 years or older. According to the USA Today, gamers are now getting older, around 29 to 30 years of age, and companies are now making games that appeal to them, not necessarily to preteens. Catering to an older crowd means that the games get more violent and become inappropriate for younger children. Grand Theft Auto is a prime example of this. Just like sitting in front of a television, children that spend their free time playing their favorite video games are not being as active as they should be. Children are living sedentary lifestyles, which often result in gaining an excessive weight, which leads to obesity. Nintendo was the first company recently to develop a new game console that would force gamers to get off the couch and actually participate in various activities. According to the Bozeman Daily Chronicle, Nintendo and the American Heart Association joined forces to promote this new console. There has been a change within the participation of gaming because more females are realizing that there is more to the traditional Barbie doll to provide oneself with entertainment. In the body image reading, it goes on to say girls and boys tend to learn and enjoy different activities from an early age. We are socialized to play with certain toys and participate in certain activities based upon gender. Also, there have been more girls participating in gaming because there are more non-violent options. In the reading Historical Perspectives on Women's Leisure, the chapter discussed how, as societal perspectives change, so did leisure experiences. Something that was once considered only for boys is now acceptable leisure activity for all children, regardless of gender. Historically, men have controlled women's involvement in leisure activities in various sports. Having the opportunity to participate in male-dominated leisure activity felt as though I was one of the guys, and made it more entertaining for me personally. The historical perspective reading goes on to say that people, especially men, wanted women first and foremost to have a neat, attractive appearance. Relating this to my experience, men do not typically care about their appearance as much as females do, especially when it comes to playing sports. Let's relate my experiences with cross-gendered activity of gaming to feminism. Feminists want equality and freedom for women, and feminists want equality and freedom for women, and participating in what is considered to be a male-dominated leisure activity shows that as a woman, I can be a gamer just like a man can. I had not really participated in playing games like World of Warcraft and Halo before. I could never really grasp the concept of the game, but watching other people like that would deter me from wanting to play because it seemed like there was a lot going on with the headphones and conversing with other players, trying to coordinate various strategies. It didn't really make me want to play or find out more. I chose to do the leisure activity project instead of simply reading a book because I wanted to challenge myself to do and participate in something I wouldn't typically choose to do. It challenged me in a way as far as learning how to participate in something that's traditionally male oriented, especially considering that proficiency was a requirement.